So ASAP Rocky is in court for shooting at his friend. Okay, not only that, he's in court, and I think he's facing like serious time. So let's go ahead and play this fair use.
How you feeling about the jury selection today?
Our cameras caught ASAP Rocky this morning headed into and leaving an LA court as jury selection began in his felony assault trial. The 36-year-old, who faces 24 years in prison if convicted, has
God damn, 24 years.
pleaded not guilty, and today he rejected a plea deal offer of 180 days in jail, saying, quote, "I respectfully decline."
So 180 days in jail would have been 6 months in jail versus 24 years if convicted. Bro, you got kids, man. You got kids. What if this nigga wind up going to jail for like 10 years, yo? Let's go ahead and let it unfold, man. And we're gonna get to that subject about you gotta realize when you too good for somebody. And I'm gonna share some of my story, okay?
Concerned about rejecting the plea deal?
ASAP is accused of pointing a semi-automatic weapon and firing it multiple times at his former friend, ASAP.
God, dog. You mean your former friend? You imagine a dude you were cool with shooting a weapon at you?
Relly. Today, the defense revealed plans to call witnesses to testify that the firearm seen on security video was a starter pistol prop gun ASAP carried for security. As for his longtime love, Rihanna, ASAP's attorney, who married, said she would probably show up to court at some point. Now fans are more hopeful than ever that R9 is on the horizon.
I have been working on the album for so long that I kind of just like put all that stuff aside. And now I'm prepared to go back in the studio.
Starting over in a sense.
Yeah, starting over. And but I don't want to neglect the songs that I have.
All right. Y'all playing music and shit. Y'all tripping. YouTube don't be tripping. Rihanna look washed. Goodness gracious. I mean, I hope she's pregnant. Goodness gracious. I'm trying to tell you, fellas, it get greater later. Man, it get greater later. Man, you missing. And again, well, actually, no. I'm gonna leave it like it is. I'm going to stand on business. Yeah. Rihanna looking a little bit. I mean, she's like 40, right? Yeah, I mean, like she up there. You can't outrun time. Time is the greatest obstacle. And so Rihanna's situation is parallel or very similar to the situations of of a lot of black women who are successful. And like my ex was like in a similar situation where she wasn't like extremely successful, but compared to the dude she was with, she might as well have been extremely successful. Like this dude couldn't do nothing. And as men, you got to realize that whenever you get with a woman, listen to her history in the first few conversations. Doesn't always mean that you got to disqualify them, don't talk to them, but it's something that you should think about and you should consider. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, again, what men think is going to happen when they meet a woman, right? And she tells you how the guy that came before you, basically you have better qualities, and basically it just in your mind it adds up to, okay, I'm better. I can do better than that. I can basically in your mind you're thinking I can treat you better and I can provide for you better, right? And what men have to understand is that whatever women feel is not really based off necessarily what you do necessarily. Women can feel anything they want to feel to the point where they'll make, or at least even them wanting to feel some kind of way will still create a lot of problems for you. Because like, for example, right, I always say a lot of men have found themselves in situations where they feel like the woman they're with or talking to is trying to start an argument, or they're trying to escalate a conversation or situation or whatnot. And you're asking yourself, or they may bring up a certain subject unnecessarily. And you may think like, I feel like this is going to get you really upset. And if we keep talking about this, you're going to get really mad. You're going to this and that. And you're thinking, all right, well, why don't we just not talk about this? Or why can't we avoid this? And it's like, no. You that will not be allowed. Because she wants to experience that. And she gets stimulation through experiences. That's what leads her to her choices. Is wanting the stimulation that she'll get from the experience, i.e., traveling. All women want to travel. Women have always liked traveling, I would assume, but like for the most part, you seeing like it's like an addiction. For the most, like all white collar women talk about is traveling and going somewhere, which is fine, ain't nothing wrong with that. But it's not like, but it's one of those things where it's like you can't accept what kind of money you make. Because what I learned is like, yo, women spend all kinds of money, and if they really want something, they will spend for it. Like a white man, yo, if a black woman want a white man, she's willing to pay. She'll pay for that. She don't mind. She don't mind paying for that. Because most of the time, listen, they tackling them bills together, or she paying. All right, she paying this way. This whole myth of the high value provider white male who comes in and just whisks black women away, and she's somewhere in the suburbs, and I'm like, no, man, people get together and work it out. They get together and work it out. The idea is that, yo, we gonna build a good life together. But y'all roles are just still y'all roles. The women know that it's over. The 50-50 conversation is also their last ditch effort to do a one-sided deal, but before they concede and say, all right, it's over. I can't do it. Because more and more women, for the most part, are starting to say, nah, I can't. You know what? Now that someone said it for me, I can't do this. I can't really, it's not going well. It's not going as well as it would if I can't. Right? And the 50-50 conversation is about basically trying to set, that's why you hear so many women talk about it. To kind of spread the idea. You see, like I said, that's kind of like a universal. How can I say it's like a word of mouth kind of thing, where it's like, or just it's like this thing where women know how to like spread ideas and affect culture because they'll do it by copying each other. Just like, yo, like, you know, we start seeing how like hoes really became like really influential. Yo, let me see if I say this or not. 1 second. Oh man, it's like mad topics I didn't get to yet. Now I'm gonna close that one. Oh, the video. Oh, here we go. Like shit like this. At the beginning of social media, you never saw regular people. Who knows? I don't know what kind of person she is. I know she's like a sex worker or just a regular person. And but you would like this kind of stuff would be considered like so provocative and like because this the whole position. I don't really know what's going on here, like at all. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's going viral, right? But you basically see like these sexually suggestive images from people who aren't in any kind of like sex work. And that's what I'm saying. So like that, but that's one of the negative, I guess, parts of how women they spread ideas by copying each other, copying each other and repeating after each other. You know what I mean? And so that's one thing. So and like yo, I didn't get to hear it yet. I'm gonna get more into it in a second. But yo, they putting that freeze on just a lot of money for public assistance, including Section 8, and you're talking about maybe for food stamps and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, the country is, you know, And Kevin Samuels predicted this shit. Because I mean, it was clear that this is going to happen. You know what I mean? He was talking about how the gas prices is going up and the price of food is going up and rent is going up. It's like, yo, so like, you know, and he was there to tell women, yo, you need to start taking this dating shit really serious because you're not going to be able to afford to live. You're not going to be able to afford to have a life. And like, yo, for the most part, yo, if you're not making around at least $80,000, yo, it's tight for you. Wherever you are in the country, it's a little tight for you if you're by yourself and you got your own place. And if you got your own, what will put most people over is that car payment and car insurance. That's one thing. Yo, if I ain't had a car payment and car insurance, I'll be straight, super duper straight. But like, yo, gotta hustle. You know what I'm saying? It costs to have nice shit. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, so yeah, so what's the next thing I want to get into? Sorry. All right. So it's really tough, especially if you have a relationship with someone, right? And at the time, you really feel like, yo, like this is the best person for me, or this is my best option. What's crazy about my experiences, I realized with like relationships, is that all my relationships that I've had at that moment, the woman who was in front of me at that moment, if they would have just done what I asked them and gave me 100% cooperation, the same way I'm giving you 100%, really, of whatever you tell me you need and whatever I can give. I'm saying, but not only that, basically made a point to show me I can be your wife for the rest of your life. Well, for the rest of my life.